Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is the video about solutions to sample problems in plane and solid trigonometry 1. So there are 15 problems, I think, here. So this is the first. If the supplement of an angle theta is 5 halves of its complement, find the value of theta. So the supplement of theta is 180 degrees minus theta. Then it is equal to 5 halves of its complement. So 5 halves, the complement of theta is 90 degrees minus theta. Solving for theta with your high-tech calculator, you'll get theta 30 degrees. Problem 2. A certain angle has an exponent 5 times the supplement. Find the angle. So exponent of the angle theta is 360 degrees minus theta. And it is 5 times the supplement. So 5 times the supplement of theta is 180 degrees minus theta. So we have negative 5 theta to the left. So 5 theta minus theta. So for theta, 5 times 180 degrees minus 360 degrees is 540 degrees. Solving for theta, 135 degrees. Problem 3. Which of the following cannot form a triangle? Which is a right triangle? So we use the principle that for a triangle to be drawn exactly, the sides, the sum of the shorter sides should always be longer than the longest side. So for triangle 1, 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. So that cannot form a triangle. Triangle 2, 6.3 plus 5.4 is definitely greater than 7.8. So it can form a triangle. Triangle 3 rather, 6.3 plus 5.4 is greater than 7.8. Triangle 2, so that can form a triangle with these sides. Triangle 2, 5 plus 9, the shorter side sum is 40 greater than 10, so this can form a triangle. Triangle 4, 24 plus 45 is 69, and that is greater than 51, so that can also form a triangle. So only triangle 1 cannot form a triangle because 4 plus 6 is not greater than 10, it is equal to 10. 4, the consecutive sides of a triangle are 12 meters and 18 meters. What is the range for the possible length of the third side? So let's consider that x is one of the shorter sides, and we apply this concept that sum of shorter sides should be greater than the longest side. So if x is one of the shorter sides, then x plus the other short side 12 should be greater than 18. So x should be greater than 6. So example 7, 8, and so on. As long as it will also not exceed. So in the second part, let's assume that x is the longest side. So the shorter side should be 12 and 18. So 12 plus 18 must be greater than x. So 30 is greater than x. So writing it as a continued inequality, 6 is less than x and x is less than 30 meters. So that's the possible length of the third side of this triangle. 5.2, solve for x from the following equations. Tangent of quantity 6x minus 5 degrees equals cotangent of quantity x plus 11 degrees. For these two functions to be the same, we transform cotangent into tangent, and we replace x plus 11 degrees by its complement, which is 90 degrees minus quantity x plus 11 degrees. So tangent of 6x minus 5 degrees is equal to tangent of the complement of this angle. So 6x minus 5 equating these angles. 6x minus 5 degrees equals 90 degrees minus x minus 11 degrees. So simplifying, 6x plus x, 7x, 90 plus 11 90 minus 11 is 79 plus 5, 84 degrees. Solving for x, x is 12 degrees. Problem 6. An airplane starts to take off when it is 240 meters away from a wall at the end of the runway, which is 12 meters high. If the plane takes off at an angle of 8 degrees, by what vertical distance will it clear the wall? So this is the situation. We have the airplane. This is about to take off. And at the end of the runway, we have a 12-meter wall and 240 meters from that wall. So this is the clearance. Therefore, tangent of 8 degrees equals c plus 12 all over 240. Solving for c, 240 tangent of 8 degrees minus 12, and we'll get c 21.73 meters. Problem 7. Given the expressions below, cosine of w 24 over 25, sine of x 8 over 17, secant y 5 over 4, and tangent z 12 over 5. Evaluate the product of tangent w, tangent x, tangent y, tangent z to lowest terms. So for the first triangle, we have cosine w, the angle is w. Cosine, so adjacent 24 over hypotenuse 25. By Pythagoras theorem, and we know that for common sides of a right triangle, this is 7. This is square root of 25 squared minus 24 squared, so 7. Sine x is 8 opposite over hypotenuse 17. Then by Pythagoras theorem, if you're not familiar with 8, 15, 17 proportion of sides in a right triangle, then this is square root of 17 squared minus 8 squared, so 15. Finally, 3, 4, 5 is common, and secant y is 5 over 4. This is the angle y. Hypotenuse, secant of y is hypotenuse over adjacent side 4. So opposite is 3. Then tangent of z is 12 over 5. And because this is tangent of z, we don't draw a triangle anymore, right triangle. So tangent w times tangent x times tangent y times tangent z. Tangent w is 7 over 24. Tangent of x is 8 over 15. Tangent of y is 3 over 4. And tangent of z is 12 over 5. So using your calculator, simplifying, you'll get 7 over 25. Problem 8, simplify secant theta all over secant theta plus tangent theta. This falls under proving identities. So you need to remember reciprocal identities, the fundamental concepts, fundamental trigonometric identities. So, but there is a calculator technique that I'm going to share with you, and this is more effective even if the problem is a star problem, a very challenging problem in trigonometry that becomes a very easy problem in the board exam because of this technique. So first, I'll present the solution. This is secant of theta over secant theta plus tangent theta. Then we can move secant theta in the numerator as the denominator of the denominator. So, or the other way is divide the numerator by secant theta. So 1, you also divide the denominator by secant theta. Then distribute the secant theta in the denominator. So we have 1 all over secant is 1. Then tangent theta is sine theta over cosine theta. And since 1 over secant theta is cosine theta, reciprocal of cosine theta is 1 over secant theta. So which is the, you can cancel cosine theta. Then simplifying, 1 over 1 plus sine theta. So that's the simplification. For the calculator techniques, you might be rattled and cannot think of a way of simplifying this into this form. So I suggest that you substitute value for the angle theta. I suggest 5 degrees, 6 degrees, 7, 8, 9 degrees. Just a one or a unit angle, so 5 degrees. So we have, using your calculator, secant of 5 in your calculator, that's 1 over cosine of 5 degrees over secant of 5. So you press the fraction first, then secant of 5 is 1 over cosine of 5 degrees, then plus tangent of 5. So you will arrive, or you will get 0.9198 approximately for that case. Then there are 4 choices. 1 over 1 plus sine theta is one of the choices. So you substitute also 5 degrees for this expression. And they must be equal. And you choose 1 over 1 plus sine theta. So it is equal to 0.9198 also. Problem 9, points A and B, 1,000 meters apart, are plotted on a straight highway running east and west. So from A, this is the straight highway, 1,000 meters, we have 2 points on the highway. From point A, which is this, the bearing of Tower C, so let us say this is the Tower C, is 32 degrees north of west, because this is the west line. 32 degrees north of that would be this direction. So 32 degrees north of this west line, north of west. And from B, the bearing of C is 26 degrees north of east. So BA is the eastward direction. So north of that eastward direction is in that direction. So 26 degrees north of east. So this is the figure. And approximate the shortest distance of Tower C to the highway. So in other words, we find the shortest distance or the perpendicular distance of Tower C from this straight highway. So we form two right triangles, these triangles here. So from the figure, I'll call this x, y. X plus y is 1,000. Tangent of, is the equation, tangent of 32 degrees is h over y. So that, and tangent of 26 degrees is h over x. So substitute into this equation, x is h over tangent 26, y is h over tangent 32 degrees, then equals 1,000. Solving for h, 1,000 divided by the quantity 1 over tangent 26 plus 1 over tangent 32, and you will get 273.92 meters. Problem 10, in which quadrant will angle A terminate if sine of A is positive and secant A is negative? So sine of A is positive in quadrants, in the first and second quadrants. Remember, y is positive in the first and in the second quadrant. So that's why A falls either in quadrants 1 and 2. Secant of A is negative if x is negative, because secant A is r, which is always positive over x, and x is negative in quadrants 2 and 3. So therefore the answer is A, terminate in quadrant 2, because it is common to this condition and this condition here. So the answer is quadrant 2. 11, if sine of A is 3/5 and A is in the second quadrant, this is the location, while cosine of B is 7 over 25 and B is in the fourth quadrant. So this is the position of the point from the origin to that point, and this is the angle B. Cosine of B is x, so 7 positive x over hypotenuse 25. So this is 7. By Pythagoras theorem, this should be 24, but since B is in the fourth quadrant and y is negative there, so we put negative of 24. Likewise, sine of A is 3/5, that's y over r, 5. So by Pythagoras theorem, this is supposed to be 4. But because angle A is in the second quadrant where x is negative, That's why a negative sign is preceded. So cosine of A plus tangent of B, cosine of A is x negative 4 over 5. So that's negative 4 over 5. Tangent of B is y negative 24 over x, which is 7. That is 7. That's also 7. Then using your calculator, simplifying, that's negative 148 over 35. Again, the answer is negative 148 over 35. For 11.2, tangent A minus cosecant B, tangent of A is y over x, so it is 3 over negative 4 or negative 3/4, minus cosecant of B. Cosecant of B is hypotenuse, so r over y, and y is negative 24. So that's negative of negative 25 over 24. That's positive. Then minus 3/4, you'll get 7 over 24. For the calculator technique, since A lies in the second quadrant, you should know that it lies in the second quadrant. Do not rely with your calculator right away. You have to anticipate. Do not evaluate inverse sine of 3/5 right away and consider the angle, which is definitely an acute angle, as angle A. It's not angle A. A should be obtuse, or it should lie in the second quadrant. So that's why we press in your calculator cosine of A should be 180 degrees minus this angle, and this angle is, this acute angle is arcsine of 3/5. So it is cosine of quantity 180 minus inverse sine of 3/5. Natural display, you have two close parentheses at the end. Then since B is in the fourth quadrant, the reference angle is this angle here. So therefore, you should press tangent of quantity 360 degrees minus inverse cosine of 7 over 25. Or you can make it inverse cosine of negative, or it's still positive, 7 over 25. Because it is positive 7 over 25. Then, using your calculator, press equals, you will get negative 148 over 35, which is the same as that. Then for part 2, or 11.2, tangent of A is in the second quadrant, so quantity 180 degrees minus sine, inverse sine of 3/5 minus cosecant. There's no cosecant function in your calculator, so you express it in terms of its reciprocal, so it is 1 over sine of angle B is 360 degrees minus inverse cosine of 7 over 25. That's the real angle, and that is in the fourth quadrant. So using your calculator, it is 7 over 24. Problem 12. Two perpendicular chords of a circle are AB 14 cm and BC is 20 cm. Determine the area of the circle. So since the chords are perpendicular, the hypotenuse of that triangle is the diameter of the circumscribed circle. Remember that we can always circumscribe a circle about a triangle. So although d over sine of 90 is still d, which is hypotenuse divided by sine of 90 is hypotenuse, that hypotenuse is the circumference, that hypotenuse rather is the diameter 2r of the circumscribed circle. And we can easily verify that in plane geometry, even here in trigonometry. It's because if you apply sine law, that ratio is equal to the diameter of the circumscribed circle. Side A over sine angle A equals side B over sine angle B equals side C over sine angle C and it is equal to the diameter of the circumscribing circle. I will prove that in plane geometry. So therefore, the area is area of circle pi over 4 diameter squared, where diameter square by Pythagoras theorem is 14 square plus 20 square. So pi over 4 quantity 14 square plus 20 square, that's 149 pi. And problem 13, a triangle ABC has sides AB 90 cm and AC AB, that's 90, and AC A to C, that's 120 cm. A line segment DE is formed such that D lies on AB, so this is D, and while E lies on AC, so this is E. If the ratio of the areas of the two triangles is 3:5, how far is point E from C? So to solve for that distance CE, we need to know first length of AE. So remember, area of triangle is 1/2 product of adjacent sides times sine of the included angle. Let's call the included angle as theta. So area of triangle ADE as to area of triangle ABC is 3/5 given here. So area of triangle ADE is 1/2 AD times AE sine theta, while area of triangle ABC is 1/2 AB times AC times sine theta. We cancel 1/2 and sine theta, and we note that AD is 90, AE is unknown, then AD AB is 90 and AB is 90, AD is 60 rather, then AC is 120. So solving for AE, it is 108 cm. So if AE is 108 cm, then CE is 120 minus AE, which is 108. So EC is 12 cm. Problem 15. So problem 14 is similar to the preceding problem on the concept of reference angle. So let's proceed to problem 15, and this is our last problem, 20. A tower and a monument stand on a level plane 80 meters apart. So this is at the midpoint of their distance, the angles of elevation of the top of the tower and the monument are complementary. So if I call this angle of inclination theta, angle of elevation or angle of inclination theta, then this angle, other angle, should be the complement of theta, 90 degrees minus theta. So we have two right triangles. So let's define tangent theta. Tangent theta in this right triangle is 23.6 over adjacent 40, because this point is the midpoint of the distance between the two towers. The two elements, we have a monument and a tower, so that's 40. Tangent of theta on this right triangle, on the other hand, is 40 over h. So solving for h, 40 squared over 23.6, you'll get 67.8 meters. Then lastly, problem 120, a hill with regular inclined surface of 20 degrees and a horizontal ridge. So this is the horizontal ridge. This is just the one side of the hill. The other side is in this portion here. If one, or this can be climbed if one has to follow straight paths. So it's like path of a ski, inclined at either 5 degrees or 12 degrees. So find the smaller angle between these paths. So this is the hill, that's the ridge. So imagine that you're fronting directly the hill, and with plain hillside, and this is 20 degrees. Let's call this height h. This is 90 degrees also. That's a right triangle. Then the path, which is 12 degrees, so it should be closer to this. Then this point C here is closer, so that's why this is 12 degrees. And the other path, which makes 5 degrees to the horizontal, is the other end of intersection with the ridge is very far, and that's also H. That this is also a right triangle, right angle there. This is a right triangle with right angle at D. So for the smaller angle between these paths, so this path should lie on the same side. For the bigger angle, this smaller, this 12-degree inclined side should be on this side there. I will explain how to get that later, as soon as we solve this problem. So in this triangle, right triangle, sine of 20 degrees equals, just denote this with h. Let's express all these hypotenuses in terms of h. So sine of 20 equals h over OB. So OB is 2.9238 of h. In this right triangle, sine of 12 degrees equals h over OC. So OC, h over OC. So OC is h divided by sine 12, 4.8097 of h. Then from there, we can compute this angle. I'll call this theta 1, the angle between OB and OC. And because this is another right triangle, triangle OBC with right angle at B. So cosine of theta 1 equals OB divided by OC. OC is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So cosine theta 1 is OB, which is 2.9238h. OC is 4.8097h. So theta 1 cancel out h is 52.56 degrees. Likewise, in this big right triangle OBE, let's compute first OE. Let's express OE in terms of h. So cosine of sine of 5 degrees equals opposite h over hypotenuse OE. So OE is 11.474h. Then finally, in this right triangle OBC, cosine of theta 2, so this is theta 2 equals adjacent side OB divided by OE, 11.474h. Cancel out h, solve for theta 2, it is 75.24 degrees. And finally, this angle theta, the smaller angle between these two paths, is equal to theta 2, which is 75.24 degrees, minus theta 1, which is 52.56 degrees, and that is 22.68 degrees. For the bigger angle, imagine that this is the 5-degree path. The angle with OB is theta 1, which is 52.56 degrees, and theta 2, the angle of path OE from OB is theta 2, 75.24 degrees. Therefore, the bigger angle is theta 1, 52.56 degrees plus 75.24 degrees, and that is 127.8 degrees. So for this problem, our answer is 22.68 degrees.